What up?
What up?
What up? This is another episode of the HellFire Club podcast. This episode we're talking about
Pet Seymatary.
Pet Seymatary, your pick.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of your pick, kind of.
Well, I threw it out there, and I was kind of like, should I do that?
Yeah, and I kind of like.
And you're like, yeah.
Kind of forced you a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of encouraged me on that. It was kind of. I thought of it, and I was like, yeah. But the thing was that I feel like this is my third
Stephen King
in a row.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, you get off that. But anyways, I chose this one. When did you watch it? Just
like the first time I ever watched it.
Yeah.
Was I was a kid.
Probably like.
I don't even. I think like.
Are we talking like 10? Talking like
maybe
younger?
Maybe 12. All
right.
Maybe, yeah, I was still like in elementary school.
Okay. All right, so I just watched this for the first time. I also chose it it for that reason too. That I had never seen it, so I was like,
yeah.
Hey, do we say like a lot on here?
I think so.
All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares now? So I wanted to watch it for those reasons, because obviously everybody talks about it. It's Stephen King, and it's I've never seen it before, so I was like,
yeah. Okay. When you were first going into it, what did you think the plot was going to be about?
I thought it was gonna.
What the plot was going to be about?
I thought it was gonna be some shit with like a bunch of haunted animals and shit killing people. So that's why I think that's why I also didn't watch it, because that's kind of what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like evil
pets. Yeah,
but like Sematary, I did think they were gonna be like dead or something.
Yeah.
But I thought it was gonna be a bunch of like evil pets fucking killing the town. So I was like, ah.
Yeah, because I think like in the last episode, I wasn't trying to tell you that it wasn't. Because what was it? The Children of the Corn episode. Or maybe it was last episode. We were talking about like the force.
Yeah.
Where this one, it has kind of like a mysterious force, but you never.
Yeah.
You never know what it is.
It's
And it works. Like you don't really care what's bringing things. Spoiler alert! Back to life, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't even think they really know, right?
No.
You know, they just they end up start off with the cat. What's the neighbor's dude? Oh, we should pull up the IMDb or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
Well, technically it started off with in the story, right? It started off with
what dude's
Spot, maybe?
His dude's dog, right?
Yeah. Or was it? Yeah, dude's dog, probably.
Yeah. So his name was Judd. He was talking about how he had a dog back in the day, and
he buried it over there.
Yeah. And then we hear, and then it's the cat, then it's Judd telling him about a human, and then it's
well, it'll be the dog then the human, right? Because Judd, I think, burns down the house where that dude, I guess, lived.
The dude who brought his son back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's just like get the plot is. What, like the plot
it's
is
like a family that moves to. Do they move?
Yeah. They're from Chicago. They moved to like a rural town. Yeah. I guess.
In the middle of nowhere. There's a dangerous, like, highway right in front of their house, right?
Dude, that's like the straight sketchiest highway I've ever seen.
I heard that I read this somewhere when I was like looking into it, that this was actually, I think Stephen King had like a highway like that by his house.
Oh, so it was like legit, like.
So it was kind of like inspired by that a little bit.
Oh.
I guess that's why how he threw that part in there.
Yeah.
He's saying that there was like a.
Because like in like the neighborhoods we live, there's
nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's not even like.
I mean, I guess you could say maybe like people that live on the main street down here.
Yeah.
But that's like.
But as far as our neighbors, like, we probably see, from the people that don't live there, maybe like 5-6 cars a day that would pass by.
Yeah, and like they weren't ever going that fast.
No way.
And especially like straight semi trucks just speeding.
Yeah. And these houses are pretty close to that road. You should back them up a little bit
Yeah,
when you
like,
built that, right?
Have like a little fence or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you have kids.
Mm-hmm. So, the plot. So
like this family moves to a rural town. I guess the dad's a doctor.
And it's his name is Lewis, and then his wife Rachel. Then they have a son, and they have a
son is Gage.
Gage,
right?
And then they have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Ellie,
yeah.
So they have.
Yeah. So
Then the daughter has like these dreams. I was gonna say that the daughter having the dreams, it reminds me of the little girl in Children of the Corn that draws.
Yeah, that
they kind of have that
future,
vision, yeah.
Which really doesn't. Like, okay, so
I feel like Stephen King just kind of like ran that back real quick, but in a different way.
Yeah,
he kind of ran it back.
But in this story, it feels like it doesn't really have a place.
Yeah, and well, it's just kind of
because like the fact that she has these doesn't change anything.
That's true.
Like the dad would have done.
If you take that part out, it could still be the same.
Yeah.
Same story or whatever.
Because the dad was already gonna bury the cat up there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He was already gonna bury I guess we're getting right into it. Bury his son.
Mm-hmm. So like her thing is, yeah, she just kind of knew. Like she called when she knew that the cat got murked. Yeah.
And like she had a bad feeling or something.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that just adds into like the creepy, or I guess they're trying to go with like honestly, supernatural or something.
I felt like that part was like like that and okay, you haven't seen Pet Seymatary 2 either?
Nah.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that they scrapped that pretty much.
That the daughter part?
The whole like seeing the future.
Oh, okay.
Or like seeing what's happening, I guess, in dreams.
Without actually being there?
Yeah, they scrapped that, and they scrapped the whole American Werewolf in London ghost.
Oh, that dude?
The little ghost sidekick, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But is it the same dude? Is it, what's his name? Lewis or whatever?
No.
Is it a new cast?
Yeah, it's Terminator.
Oh, wait, because Lewis dies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Terminator who?
The son. T2. What's that dude's name?
The homie from American History X?
Yeah.
Danny Vineyard?
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know his real name. I forgot it. It's like, Furlong? Edward Furlong or something like that?
Is it?
I think so. What's up with that dude? Why they have that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Edward Furlong. What about when they try to put that fool in the Crow sequel? That shit was balls.
I didn't watch the Crow sequel.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't waste your time on that.
Yeah, but like in Pet Seymatary 2, they scrapped that whole weirdness.
Okay. So what's the finish up the plot.
The plot. Okay, so, and then I guess they moved to.
Yeah, so they moved in, and they have this daughter that's like kind of psychic or whatever. Then they have a
little son.
Yeah, the son named Gage, and then they have this. What's the point of the ghost dude who's like coming around? How did he? What was it like? Why did he choose them? Or
I don't know.
Okay, and then there's Judd, who's the neighbor, who kind of knows about. He's been there forever, so he's like.
He knows.
He's aware of the Pet Seymatary.
Yeah, because he shows him the Pet Seymatary, and then he shows Lewis the.
What would you call that?
I guess the Indian burial ground.
Yeah, which is right behind this Pet Seymatary or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a certain.
But the thing in the movie, it made it look like it was such a long distance away from the Pet Seymatary. Cause they were like hiking for like a bit.
Yeah.
And he was like even Lewis was like, how much longer?
Oh really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was like right behind it, like on the other side of those sticks.
Yeah, no, it was like
a little trip. Okay.
He was like, we're almost there, and then I think Lewis was like, oh, you've been saying that or whatever.
Okay, but so the actual Pet Seymatary cemetery itself is not anything.
It's nothing special.
It's just a regular pet cemetery, right?
Yeah, it's the Indian burial ground that's like
that has the power and all that, right?
And see, in Pet Seymatary 2, there was like the pet cemetery where people would like bury it, and then it was like how you were saying, it's like just beyond like the weeds, and then if you bury them over there, that's where.
Is it the same one? Is it the same pet cemetery? Or is it the same city?
I think it's the same city.
It's supposed to be the same actual pet cemetery from the first one.
Yeah,
but it's just closer this time.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Is it still like at the top of the? You know how it's like
I haven't seen Pet Seymatary 2 in like a while, so.
I will forget.
I'm trying to remember it, but
yeah, we'll just stick on the first one. Okay, so the Judd kind of puts him on game with what was going on, because of that highway, I guess a lot of people's pets would go and get ran over and shit.
Yeah, and so like that's where they would bury everybody.
Okay.
Well, not everybody. They'll bury all the pets.
All the pets. All right. All right. So then I guess that's kind of the synopsis or whatever. And the dude's a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're introduced to that, like I said, that ghost dude who, at first, that dude kind of creeped me out, though, right? I guess that's kind of what their intention was. Yeah. Remember when he comes to the house, and he thinks he's dreaming.
Was it? Did he go to? I thought it was at the hospital.
No, well, because okay, maybe there was one, but I'm thinking about when he's at his house.
And like they go to the pet cemetery.
Yeah, because he turns over and he looks at his wife, and then he's like, okay, and then he turns back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so dude comes to his house, and then you see him, and he obviously he's dead or whatever.
Yeah, and he tells him like don't. Like with all the temptation, I guess, don't just fight it and don't ever.
But before that, at the hospital is where he dies on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I guess he got hit by a car.
Okay. On that same highway or what?
I don't know, but everybody's getting hit by cars.
Okay, so while Luce is at work at the hospital, this dude dies on him pretty much, and then later he comes to his house.
Yeah, and you watched American Werewolf in London.
I watched like the first half last night.
But the ghost was. Did you get like the exact same feeling with American Werewolf in London?
Yeah, kind of. Which one was first? London, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. That his friend, what's his name? Jack or something like that. I forget. I don't know.
Straight all tore up.
Yeah, so it kind of yeah. And he's kind of talking to him like normal.
Yeah, and like trying to help him out.
Right.
It wasn't like
they're like kind of good ghosts or whatever. They're not there to scare you or whatever.
Yeah, they're just trying to give you like information, I guess.
Yeah. So at first though, I thought he was fucking
like gonna be bad.
Yeah. Which I think that's kind of what they want you to think. Because he shows up looking crazy. And then you're kind of like, holy shit. And then, he takes him to the cemetery, right? And then he kind of explains the rules. Don't go beyond that.
Yeah.
And that's before the cat dies and all that shit, right? I want to say so.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when they were going to... See, this would have had, like realistically... I don't think the dad would ever, if a neighbor came up to you he's like, oh, your cat is dead. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, I know a place where to bury it. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be hiking to bury the cat, or are you just going to bury it, like, at the normal pet cemetery?
Bro,
or bury
if
like...
you're asking me, we'll put those shits in a bag and just throw in the trash.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, if you're trying to be nice...
For your daughter or whatever, because it's his daughter's cat.
Yeah,
I guess.
Like,
yeah, and I wouldn't do all that crazy shit.
You wouldn't be hiking to do it.
While they were hiking, did he know that this shit is gonna come back to life? No. And all that shit. He just told him.
He just said, "I have a good a good place to like bury it."
And why did he do that? Why did Judd lead him that? Did he wanted him to make the cat come back to life for the daughter?
Yeah, I think so. I think he said because the daughter, it wasn't like time for the daughter to, I guess, let it go or whatever.
But doesn't Judd know that shit's gonna come back evil as fuck?
I don't know. I mean, because when he buried Spot, he came back evil.
Exactly,
and
right?
he even said, like, oh, yeah,
It's
not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like...
What are you doing?
Yeah, like, there's... When I was little, I didn't see these problems. Yeah. But then when you're older, you kind of...
You're like, why would he do that, right?
Yeah. Like, because especially when he was hiking with, like, all the shovels and all that. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude.
And these are the type of movies that you kind of have to... You kind of can question it because it's like one of those that it's supposed to be like serious and like it's supposed to have minimal plot holes.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a Killer Clowns that you don't even come on, we're talking about fucking. That's why I think that's why for people listening, that's why we kind of nitpick a little bit, I guess, at these type of movies.
Yeah.
As opposed to like something that's Sleepaway Camp or something.
Yeah.
Because those ones come on, but this one's actually like a novel and it's not supposed to be like a
it takes itself serious.
Yeah, that's why we're kind of like, if it's taking itself serious, then we're gonna
be kind of serious about it.
I would seriously not want to go up and hike and bury a cat up there, so
and then it's like you're gonna have to tell your daughter that the cat's dead.
Yeah, bro, just tell us, what are you gonna do? Like,
and your daughter's probably gonna want to like see where it's buried.
Yeah.
You're gonna make her hike. Yeah. Straight 20 miles.
Yeah, or he should have just done a fucking meet the parents and just got a new cat and fucking painted it black or do whatever you gotta do, but just don't fucking bring it back from the dead. Well, he didn't know at the time, but still, why are you gonna go over there and do all that? Like, if anything, I would throw the cat away because the daughter wasn't gonna come back till later, anyways.
Yeah, what I would have done, I would have just buried it like with
the regular Pet Seymatary, and then just bought like a kitten or something. Your daughter's gonna
and like have like a little nice little stone, I guess. Yeah. Just to be like, okay, you can
come visit.
I'm sorry, here's your cat.
And then just buy a kitten, and they don't give a shit anymore. Kids.
Yeah, but like hiking all the way, I'm gonna tell my neighbor, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna bury it right here.
Yeah, bro. Like, where are you
I'm
taking
sorry.
me? And then that dude was kind of seemed a little sketch to begin with, right?
Yeah, he was kind of weird.
He didn't seem like a trustworthy. I mean, he was cool, but he just had like this little weirdo thing about him, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be down to drink a beer with him. You know how he always pops up the beer?
Yeah.
Chill. I'm down for that, but all this other shit he's talking about. And then he had like, I don't know, but that dude's like I guess a real well-known actor and shit.
Yeah, he was like in My Cousin Vinny, the Judge.
Oh, that was him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, back to where we at? The ghost dude or whatever. He tells him not to go over there, and then he ends up burying the cat. Then the cat, ghost dude tells him not to fucking bury the cat over there, right? Not to go beyond that point at the Pet Seymatary, right? And then he does it anyways with the neighbor Judd. Then the cat comes back, and he's evil as fuck. Now, Scary Movie 2, is that where they got the crazy cat from, you think? You remember Scary Movie 2 with the black cat when he's fighting fucking...
Oh, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like it looked the same. Crazy ass cat. You know how they did throwback to Poltergeist in that one too?
Yeah. What I like in the movie though is how they did the cat's eyes.
Hey, was that a real cat? On some of them? Some of the shots?
This is what on some of the things I was like, dude, did they actually kill a cat?
Uh-huh.
I think when he injected the cat with whatever he was injecting.
Oh, to put him out?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the cat was kind of like, all like it looked drunk, kind of.
Uh-huh.
But I'm thinking like, dude, how did they get this cat to even act like this?
Yeah, because there was a couple shots where the cat's like acting like on script and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, is this a real cat?
Yeah, and then like it was laying down and like breathing like all weird.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wait, is this like an actual cat dying right now?
Yeah.
Or is it like a dead cat that they're like pumping air in like his stomach?
Or did they just make it all practical? Did they just make a cat?
Yeah, but that cat looked way
pretty
too
legit, huh?
Way too good.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a fake cat,
I think they killed some cats, bro.
They could have, yeah. So this cat, evil, his name's Church, right?
Churchill. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
For like everyone's saying
Churchill, but they just call it Church for short. Or
yeah.
This cat versus the cat in Reanimator. Who do you got your money on?
The Reanimator cat.
That fool's too berserk.
Yeah,
huh?
that dude has some straight strength.
That dude was, because that's another cat from the dead, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like two cats from the dead.
So what do you think Scary Movie 2 copied? This one or Reanimator?
Probably this one.
Because in Reanimator, the cat was more like how it is in Scary Movie 2.
I think it's this one, though, because it's
probably like a legit,
yeah,
not a legit
and then
movie, but like a
in the house.
Well-known.
Yeah. But yeah, that after I saw that, I was like, okay, I remember they did Poltergeist in that one. And they did the crazy ass cat, and I'm like, that cat has to be from Pet Seymatary.
Yeah, but the Reanimator cat was more.
That fool was just
more likely.
He was on PEDs.
Yeah, he was.
Man, he was fighting. He was really fighting these.
Yeah, and it was a black cat, like in Scary Movie 2.
That could be, maybe.
Like it was, Scary Movie 2 was more. That cat was more similar to the Reanimator than Pet Seymatary, but I think they were probably trying to copy.
I think they're doing Pet Seymatary too, and they just amped it up because it's Scary Movie 2, so they made them all.
Yeah, but yet they didn't know that Reanimator already did that.
Yeah, they probably didn't even take that, like, you know, they probably didn't even.
Yeah, because like the Reanimator cat was like throwing them all around.
Yeah, remember that shit? He was fighting all over he was fucking. They're going like wall to wall fighting.
Yeah.
And shit. Okay, so yeah, evil cat. Then, dude finds the. What would you call it? The shit that kills him, just like in fucking. It's just like a syringe full of some poison or something, right?
Yeah, like yeah.
I was gonna say the antidote, but it doesn't. It just kills them.
But does it kill them, or does it put them to sleep?
I think it's kind of like
the cat kind of died.
I think it's like a lethal injection. I think they just die slowly like that, yeah.
Because like the cat died, right?
Mm-hmm.
The boy kind of just kind of, I guess, went to like he, I don't know what happened to him, but he burnt the place down.
You're talking about Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like at the end, remember, like he like
yeah
threw all the gasoline and then like burnt everything down.
Yeah.
So if it like kills him, why burn it too?
I don't know. I think it was the whole thing is over it.
That's why I felt like it put them to sleep. Like it put him to sleep like enough so he can like burn everything down.
Yeah, like a tranquilizer then. I thought he murked them, but he just wanted to like kind of destroy the evidence or whatever. Cause he's got like his dead son that's dead, like
dead wife,
double dead, you know. But okay, so what comes first? Zelda or the Gage dying, getting ran over? I'm trying to go in order. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Zelda?
When we get introduced to her, I think that's her name.
Oh, the
chick, the wife's sister. I think that's. Or does Gage? Anyways, whatever. We'll just. Gage goes running.
I think that's after.
Okay, so Gage is running. They're playing outside of it, right? They're like having a.
Yeah, which some horrible kind of acting. How the dad turns around.
Yeah. So who's all out there? Are they having a picnic?
I guess.
And
they're like flying a kite.
Yeah, they're flying a kite. The whole family's out there with the neighbor Judd, and then the little kid goes into the street.
Bro, and it's like, did you like how the kid, like how slow the kid ran? Like, how did he get that? Because it was a straight kind of distance.
Yeah.
Because Lewis was running pretty like a straight man, right?
Yeah.
And then he still couldn't catch up. And then how
did you? Okay.
How slow Gage actually ran? Like his little feet can't can't go that fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. He got pretty far pretty quick. Earlier in the movie, too, that we forgot to fucking mention was that kind of the same thing happened where Gage was about to get... He was going into the street, he was about to get ran over, and that's when Jet picks him up and we're introduced to him.
Yeah.
So this is the same thing happening again, except I don't think he's actually going to die right here.
You didn't think so?
No, because I didn't know, like...
oh, yeah, you didn't...
I thought it was still going to be killer animals. His dude gets straight ran over by a truck.
By a semi-truck.
Yeah. So that's
not just a regular truck, it had to be a
semi.
Like,
so that's another thing where I'm like, how you're not going to have dude in a casket after that? Like, his body's going to be intact. This dude would have been straight lasagna on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyways, so let's just say he's on one piece or whatever. So his son dies, and then they do this whole funeral. I'm not sure where, somewhere in there, the wife is telling the husband, Lewis, that she had a sister that was all, like, kept in the back, right? In, like, some back room. They would have to feed her. She had, like, this thing with the spine.
Yeah.
Her name was Zelda or something. That chick was kind of... I think that might have been the scariest part of the movie.
Yeah, she looked creep.
Yeah, she looked creep. And it's actually a dude playing that role. But I think they did a pretty good job making her look creepy and fucking the spine looking all crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think you needed her, and like she did nothing to the.
Yeah, that whole thing with all that also is another thing.
It didn't, like, it could have been totally.
Yeah, well,
axed out.
At the end, who sees her again at the end? Is it the wife?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe it's just to fuck her up at the end, like her having visions or whatever.
Yeah, but you still don't really need it.
Yeah. Because you don't need it for the story.
Because Gage kills her.
Gage kills who?
The mom.
The mom, yeah.
It's not like her sister kills her. And it's not like the sister was buried into that
thing, which is nah, it's just kind of like a hunting memory type thing, I guess. Because, yeah, she's not... She's not even really there, I don't think. I think it's on her head.
Yeah.
Right? But that was like... Shit looked a little...
Yeah, I mean,
weird,
like the whole third act turned into like an actual horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what did you say? Up until then, it was kind of... There was like a slope, like dip in the movie.
Yeah.
For sure, right?
Yeah, because like...
Like,
so it goes up and like where the cat comes back, and then you're like, oh snap, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then for that, there's like a whole that whole section where nothing's really happening.
Exactly. From that point to the point where once the kid dies, and he's like, don't get any ideas, then I was like, oh, okay, I totally know what's gonna happen. But from that point up until the Gage comes back, like, that's all kind of slow, I guess. Like, nothing really happens a whole lot.
Yeah. And Gage was turned evil so quick.
What do you mean? Oh, from the time that he was buried?
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Because, like, the cat wasn't...
I don't remember.
Wasn't, like, 100% evil, like...
Oh, when he came out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, no, this dude came out, like, from the thing, evil as fuck.
Yeah.
And he went straight to Judd's house and murked him, remember?
Yeah. Like, there was no...
So we'll back up a little bit, though.
And if you watch Pet Seymatary 2, you'll understand why I'm saying Gage came out straight evil.
Does it take longer for them to return? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they normal at all at one point?
Yeah, they're kind of normal, but they're like a little off. They're not like straight. Oh, I'm gonna straight.
Do they look the same as when they died? How it is in this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay. I think he cleaned he cleans up or whatever.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to say is, the kid, obviously, we just said gets ran over and he dies for real. Then they have a funeral, they bury him.
Yeah, and he has like that like little
Yeah.
That one scar.
So they bury him like at a regular funeral home or whatever, and then Lewis gets the idea of burying him in the Pet Seymatary Indian burial ground section or whatever to bring him back.
Yeah, because he can't like.
Yeah, because
he's
depressed.
I guess having like hard time.
Yeah. So then he digs him back up from the did I say that already? No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so he digs him up and then he buries him in that thing. And right before that, Judd had told him not to do that because somebody tried that before and it was just...
Yeah, it turned out bad.
Yeah. So he didn't give a shit and he just did it anyway. And
like this straight Lewis. I mean, I know you're
like a grieving father.
Yeah, but he's like, everything he's doing is just straight stupid.
Yeah.
Straight Judd is telling you not to do it. That ghost was telling you not to do it. You see what happened? Like, Judd already told you like what happens when it happens.
What was like the motto? Sometimes it's just better to be dead or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like the motto of the day.
Sometimes, yeah, like they kept saying
you're better off dead.
Yeah.
Like that's the better instead of the alternative. You're better off just being dead instead.
Yeah, and so like everybody was telling him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He buries. So instead of like listening to them, he does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kid comes back straight evil, kills Judd, kills his wife,
mm-hmm.
and then on top. So now you actually see what's happening that's straight wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, let me bury my wife now.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Yeah. That feels. I know, but what I was gonna say though is that I kind of like the part where after I guess after, well, even when he's at Judd's house, the whole like where's this kid at? You hear him, the whole kind of chase. I felt like that was kind of cool as far as building like the tension.
Yeah, like because that was like an actual horror movie.
Yeah, and even when the wife, like when you hear him, or he throw like a toy or something, but they're kind of playing like a hide and seek type thing, right?
Yeah,
and that
because it first starts with Judd.
Yeah,
like that's when like, okay, now it's like a horror movie.
Yeah,
when the kid's inside the house.
And I felt like I was like, okay, I felt like that was pretty dope, but everything up until the point where you actually see him, because then when I saw him, I was like, dude,
with the little powder on the powder
face. He looked stupid. Like he didn't even look scary. Like, and he would have been demolished, dude. He would have been mangled after that car accident. All I had was like a little scar. But anyways, that little kid kind of pisses me off because that's the same kid from New Nightmare.
Yeah. And
that dude, he annoys me. I don't know, like the way he looks or something, but that kid. I was like, where did I know this kid from? When I looked it up, I was like, yeah, that's that fucking annoying kid from New Nightmare. The son or whatever. Yeah. When they got on top of like the rocket and was like, yeah, stupid ass kid. But up until then, I was on board. And then how does he kill him? He kills him with he cuts his Achilles heel from under the bed.
Yeah.
And then he slices his mouth or something, his throat or what?
I think he's
I remember it was like from...
Yeah, like he sliced his mouth because they show like a picture, like not a picture, but like a close-up of the face, and it was like all open.
He had to have killed him after that or something, right?
Yeah, because I don't know if that would kill you.
I doubt it. He probably stabbed him up or something. So then he goes back to...
hiding. No, I think he's still in Judd's house.
When the mom comes?
Yeah. Because the dad goes to Judd's house. Oh. Like he sees it, like his knife all missing and all that.
Oh, you're right. Does everything go down at Judd's house?
Yeah. And like he walks in and it's all like.
So the house he burns down is Judd's house, right? Oh, you're right. Okay. So so the wife goes over there. Why though? Instead of going home.
Well, I think she was about to go home, and I think she hears.
Oh, that's right, huh? And mind you, the American Werewolf in London ghost is telling her, is like kind of helping her along the way, right?
Yeah.
Even with the flight or whatever and all that stuff.
Yeah, because like I guess there's like a force that was trying to make her not go.
Yeah, so the homie comes through, leads her all the way.
Which is it a good ghost now?
Why?
Because he
led her home because I think all
led
that
her
shit
to
was
her death. Right, there was a force that was like trying to block. I think she got a flat tire and all that. And he was like, "Oh, that's the force just trying to like not let you get home."
But I think he was trying to lead her there just to save the day or something, to help. I guess.
Help what? Get her killed?
I mean, I don't think that was part of the plan. She just got murked, but she was supposed to go home to. I don't know if your whole family's fucking. If it's a disaster, then I don't know. You'd want to go home, right? To go and.
Yeah, like.
Do what you can.
Like if your wife went crazy, brought back your dead son, that's evil.
She was the wife though, so at that point it's not like she was.
No, I'm saying like if you're like in the wife's position, right? You're not gonna be a wife.
Yeah, but she's going home, and the only person that's crazy is her son. Right?
Well, no, the father's kind of.
No, but he's not like.
That was straight a nut. If he
no, yeah, he's. But he's. What I'm saying, he's not like Pet Seymatary revived from the dead. Crazy.
No, he's not straight homicidal, but he's straight loon. If you're gonna straight bring back to your dead son,
yeah,
you're not thinking correctly.
Mm-hmm. So then, she this is where you see some parts of Zelda. Let me make sure that's her name. I'm pretty sure. And I think that's kind of fucking with her too. Yeah, it is Zelda. And there was some good shit at the end right there, but then she gets straight. She sees the sun, right? And she's kind of like,
oh, and like tries to give him a, like,
bro, that's not your son. That was, come on, you know he's dead. Like,
yeah, like you saw him just get hit by a semi truck. He had a funeral,
and he comes over here looking crazy, and obviously,
and you see him like. I would probably run away. Like I think that would freak me out.
I think I'd freak out too. I think I'd be like losing my mind. Obviously, I know that this is impossible. That my son's here.
Yeah, because she has no idea about the Pet Seymatary.
Yeah, she just sees her son that
just got confettied by a semi.
And they buried him. Like it's not like he was in the hospital and life support. Nah, he's straight dead.
Yeah, like I'm running. Or I'm leaving and I'm like getting help.
Yeah. So I mean, neither of us are parents. So I mean, but I'd imagine if I was a parent, this is how I'd react. I'd bounce.
Yeah, well,
because I'm trying to think like, okay, you're a parent, your son dies, and you probably
like think
if you see
like
them, you want to like hug them.
If it's your parents, right? If like your mom.
I don't know. I'd probably freak out.
Yeah, but like if you buried her and then you see her.
I think I'm like tripping. I think I'd be like dreaming or something.
Yeah, but like you haven't seen her at all
for at least a couple weeks or something.
Yeah, you never had like any hallucinations, I guess.
And all of a sudden they're there and she's looking crazy.
Yeah,
white powder.
I'm gonna be like. I probably won't run. I'll probably just be like, I'm like thinking to myself, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
And I'll probably have to like just leave that situation.
Yeah, go outside and catch some fresh air.
Like I wouldn't be able to handle. Like I can't deal with this right now. Mm-hmm. Let me go outside. Put things together. Probably call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least go to like my straight husband, who's
across the street.
Yeah.
What's he doing at this time?
Sleeping.
Okay.
Because he wakes up and like his bag is all open.
Yeah, that's right. Let's just get back to that so we could just finish it off. So yeah, he wakes up, his bag's open, where he finds his. So the kid went home first, right, and then he went back to kill the neighbor.
Judd.
Yeah, so he goes in there and takes like his blade or whatever, right?
Yeah, like scalpel.
Scalpel, yeah. And so he realizes that. Then he goes across the street, discovers everybody's pretty much dead. And then it's another kind of. Well, he kind of finds the kid kind of quick, no? Or am I tripping? Or is it another like kind of?
Well, he finds Judd, and then I think he hears the kid.
See, and
then that's when like he like walks and like the attic thing falls, and his wife is like hanging.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of
wait, was that his wife hanging?
Yeah.
Okay. For a second, I thought it was the nanny or whatever. Remember the one that hung herself?
No, because she did it like in a basement.
Okay. So then
and then that's when the kid. I kind of laughed when the kid like jumped down, because he just like went face first.
Yeah. That was
it wasn't like like graceful. It looked like they got like a dummy and just threw it.
Yeah. That's right. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was kind of like, what?
You know, like how in like Married with Children, when Al always gets like thrown out or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like a straight fake dummy doll.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because it had to be like a
little kid.
And then it's a little kid too. To me, that wasn't that scary at the end. I'm saying the whole thing was scary, like not scary, but like suspenseful. When they're, where's this kid at? Where's he gonna pop out of? Like the whole trying to find him. Once he's there, you're kind of like he's literally probably like 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
like dude, soccer kick him, even if he has a scalpel.
He couldn't really even talk. Like his words were not like fully developed.
Dude, kick this guy! Like, come on, this is like another Children of the Corn. Like,
yeah. But the thing is, with Children of the Corn, that I couldn't believe, but I can kind of believe. Like I can kind of suspend my
logic,
my little suspension of
disbelief.
Belief. Yeah. Is Children of the Corn? They were regular kids. This one at least is kind of like a dead
kid, so you might have some extra strength.
Yeah, like you don't, because you don't really know what's actually coming back from the dead. Like, is it like all the people that were dead in that area goes into like a body and comes back, right? You don't really.
Yeah.
Because they're not really the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And like why are they?
But he didn't seem that much like with Judd. He killed him by slashing his Achilles heel. Like he didn't like go head up and just fucking stab him up. Like, I don't know. He wasn't. I don't know. He just seemed like I would just want to.
Yeah, but I mean,
soccer kick him or something.
Yeah, no, but Children of the Corn, I mean, they were like legit, regular human being kids.
Human kids is brainwashed.
Yeah. Them, I'd be like, dude, just
slap them
straight up. Slap them. Straight teach them like who's straight the adult in this situation.
Yeah, this is, I guess. Yeah, I see what you're saying. This is a little. You have to take different precautions. Yeah, you're like dead child from the dead.
Like if this thing came at you,
you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah, you'd kind of have to assess the situation at first.
Yeah, you'd back up.
Yeah. And then you would probably like try to, like, if he's coming after you, then you'll probably like resort to like kicking him or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like with the kids and Children of the Corn, I'm not assessing the situation.
Just straight slapping him?
Yeah, I see you're crazy. I'm like, I see you at the church, straight cutting yourself and all that, drinking blood or whatever.
Doing all that weird shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get a little slap. You gotta understand that what you're doing is straight crazy.
Yeah. So this is like the final showdown of the movie, pretty much, right? I guess.
Yeah.
And then he takes him out, right? He injects him or what?
Yeah, and then like he was like, "Oh, no fair."
Yeah, he injects him in the neck, and then he starts burning the shit down. The only reason why I'm thinking he's burning it down is because all this crazy shit. So I'm thinking he's just like, let me just fucking wipe this whole situation.
Well, I thought like
planet.
you have to burn them.
Oh, was that the rule? Because
Judd burnt the place down when it was
maybe like
the other guy.
Maybe okay. Maybe that's the rule or something.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
To make sure they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they can't come back. They're just straight bones.
Okay.
And it feels like bones walking, and you'll be like,
but,
okay, this is kind of weird.
Okay, but he buries the wife first and then burns down the place? How's it?
No, he burns down the place.
But wasn't his wife?
Yeah, I think he gets the wife like out, but burns it down.
Oh, that's right.
Because he went back to get like the gasoline and all that.
Then he buries her, and then like
and like the guy was like, "Oh no, like don't do it again."
Yeah. The
little ghost,
the
American
werewolf ghost, the knockoff.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh no, it was just we waited too late for."
Yeah, so he's
it's like, oh my god, bro,
he's making horrible decisions like based on emotion.
Yeah,
it was a stupid decision because obviously it just didn't work. But he, in his head, it's because it would work if they had done it quicker, right?
Yeah,
that's his way of thinking.
And this guy was supposed to be a straight doctor,
I know,
straight
right?
with all these dumb ideas.
You're like, dude, you're a doctor.
Like you should know, like trial and error.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there was. You had 2 trial runs, the cat and then with your son.
Mm-hmm.
The cat turned out horrible. The son turned out horrible.
3 times the charm.
It's not working out.
Mm-hmm.
And the cat came like they buried the cat pretty quick. So it wasn't like, oh, the cat was. I waited 3 months to bury the cat. So it was a long time. I waited 3 months to bury the son.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if I do it earlier. It was like, no, you already buried one that was early, and then you buried one that was kind of late.
Yeah. Either way, and they both failed, right?
Yeah, both were disasters.
Yeah. So that's literally the very end. After he buries his wife, and then she comes back to him. She comes back looking crazy, which I like that look. She looks,
Yeah, and like the pus was coming out of her eye. Yeah, it was straight gross.
He was straight like happy to see her.
Yeah, straight made out with her.
Yeah, cause she came in deceiving like she was normal, but she had like she have like a knife or something?
No, she like they're making out and then
she grabs a knife. Yeah. Mind you, I saw this like a couple days ago, so I don't remember little things. I know the dude gets shanked up, but. Forgot.
Yeah, but I mean,
so he's excited to see his wife. They're making out on the table.
She was like straight disgusting.
Yeah, but at this point, like you said, this dude's full Looney Tunes. Like he's
straight blood.
Yeah, he's all
pus.
He's all like he's not thinking rationally anymore at all. So I think he's just like, oh, it worked because she didn't come in trying to kill him, but she did.
Yeah, I mean. It was. The thing is, like, the son, when he went into his room, he didn't go in right away trying to kill him either. He picked up the knife and went to Judd's house.
I think what they're doing is, like, these people are just so hopeful. Like, they're just so. They want it to be a certain way. They wanted to think that he revived them and they're going to live happily ever after. Like, he's so.
No reasoning
gullible.
With these?
Nah, he's just thinking. He's just so desperate, and that's ended up leading to his death. Is that the final scene?
Yeah.
Before the credits roll? And then the credits?
Yeah.
And then Pet Seymatary from the Ramones comes on.
Yep.
So that covers it. I guess we'll... What are some of the things you did like? I mean, I know we nitpicked at it a lot.
With all said, I still kind of like the movie. Mm-hmm. Like I like.
Should we get into scores and then what we like and don't like?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. That'd probably be better, huh?
Yeah. I'd give it.
First. What's up, bro?
I don't know. 78.
78.
Or 76.
76.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 64. 65, I guess. And then also, too, there was a little bit of, like, effects and shit. I hate that shit. Like when they're looking at the.
Didn't you give? What did you give a?
Children of the Corn, I gave it 40.
Okay, I give it like a
60 something.
Yeah.
To me, I gave this like I'll give it 65. We'll just keep it at 65. Which, because I feel like anything in the 70s range, you watch again sometime. And this one, like one viewing is cool enough for me.
Well, I mean, I'd watch it again. I mean, I like the whole premise of. All
right, so yeah,
of the movie, right? I like the idea.
Okay.
Where. Like what? Like if you had the power to like bring somebody back.
Mm-hmm. Like especially a loved one, would you be tempted to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then if, even though you have no idea like what really is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a straight gamble, right?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, that's a good word.
Like would you?
Because right now it's easy to say no.
Yeah, because like if you know like, oh, they're gonna come out evil, then obviously no.
Yeah.
But I mean, come back straight cool.
Is it worth taking that chance?
Yeah.
Because you're probably thinking to yourself, if not, then we'll just off them, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what he said?
Yeah, he was like, if it, I think he says that with Gage.
Yeah.
I think he says, oh, well, if he comes back not right, I'll just kill him again or something. Yeah.
So exactly, like if you know you have the ability to bring them back to life, but it's just, how are they gonna come? Like, are they gonna be evil? I mean, which obviously is the likely result, but I think just the fact that you have that small.
Well, even if like you have even if they come back like perfectly fine, should you really? Like, is it ethically?
That's weird as fuck still, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? I don't know. Shit. But see, so the thing is, like, they chose people that, to him, were like his wife and his son. Is
yeah, because I mean,
the closest.
It has to be people close, right?
Really close. It doesn't get closer than that.
Because if some random guy dies on the street,
or let's say just a good guy, but you just didn't know him like that.
Yeah, I'm not. And I wouldn't even have like that thought of like, should I bring him back?
It's gotta be somebody that you can't live without, or something that you feel like you can't live without.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you know, that's the thing that I was gonna say too that I liked about it, because once that happened, then I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna get interesting, because I was thinking, because I'm telling you, I went in thinking it was gonna be fucking
pets,
killer pets and shit, because we had just seen Children of the Corn. I was like, gosh, let's not. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of pets from the Pet Seymatary that like rise up from the dead,
come back to life.
So when Gage dies, and then they start flirting with the thought of bringing him back, and then he goes to actually bring him back. That's when I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting now. So it's not about pets; it's gonna be about his son, and I thought that was a good way to go. Like that premise, like you said, I like that about it. A couple other things I like. I know they didn't really add to the story or weren't necessary, weren't like mandatory. Were the crazy sister and the ghost dude. The ghost dude at first was kind of like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess they needed him a little bit. He had served somewhat of a purpose for guidance, but the sister, you didn't really need that at all, except for the creep factor. Which I felt like they did a good job, because that chick was pretty creepy.
Yeah, I think they just probably need to explain those a little bit more, or like introduce those,
or have them have more tie into the story,
like introduce it sooner, because the sister was kind of late.
The sister was kind of late. The dude was in the beginning,
kind of early, but he was like very
off and on.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was there a lot.
And he wasn't there. He couldn't be there. Sorry. He couldn't be there when shit popped off, right? Remember? He said something about that. Like, this is the furthest I can go. When he was leading the the wife.
Mom, yeah.
Yeah, the wife back, mom. So he wasn't even there when shit fucking popped off, you know?
Yeah, or like when Gage was about to get ran over.
Yeah, so he was just kind of there, I guess, for a little bit of guidance. But I'm just saying, like, I like those little initial, first time you see them kind of being like, oh, you know, it's kind of...
Yeah. I just feel like those things just needed to be explained.
Explain or like, have more relevance to the actual story.
Like, see, this is why I didn't like Children of the Corn compared to, like Children of the Corn, like The Force, and like that movie compared to like in here, and why I think in Pet Seymatary you don't really need to explain what's bringing them back to life.
Yeah.
But in Children of the Corn, they made like such an important, like they made it so important to know that they're following some guy behind the rose. I think that's what they said.
Yeah,
right?
The man behind the rose.
Yeah,
which is like the rose of the corn.
Yeah, and then at the end when things were popping off, it was like going crazy, right? There was like Tremors monsters.
Yeah. There was shit in the sky, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the actual force or whatever.
Yeah, and like it started to turn like to like crazy wind, like it looked like a hurricane. So they were like making it a focal point to say, oh, there's some crazy thing going on.
And that was their best job of physically showing you a force.
Yeah.
Which you don't have to do, I guess. Which they didn't do in this one, and I think that's why it's better, right?
Yeah, well, the story didn't like depend on it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't so much like...
This was more about the story of like a dead child that came back to life. And like the whole conflict was between just the family. Because there was in Children of the Corn, there was like the force was kind of like a third villain, right? There was the kids that were like, I guess, the villains,
Isaac and Malachi.
Yeah, that they were like out there, but then they were getting their orders from from that force, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever was telling them to do whatever they're doing. And in this one,
which is kind of like their god, right? They would like praise it.
Yeah. In Pet Seymatary, the villain was just the dead kid. The kid wasn't getting like any orders from anybody.
No.
He was just an evil kid when he came back to life.
I would say another, I don't know, villain would be the word for it, but another, I guess villain would be just temptation itself, right? The temptation, the gamble.
Yeah, but I mean that was like kind of, I guess, explained. Yeah. Like if at the end, like when he was trying to kill this kid, if Gage would have said like don't kill me, I'm just doing it because something else is telling me to.
Yeah.
Now Gage can die or whatever, but now you're like, okay, well, what is that?
Yeah. You're kind of going up the ladder.
You're like, okay, so now what's the bigger enemy than this kid?
Gage, yeah.
And in Children of the Corn, that's what they did. They were like, there was a bigger enemy than the kids.
Yeah. I see what
but then you never know what it is at all. You just know they burned the cornfield down, and I guess it died.
Yeah.
No, like any story of like, how do they know anything about this, whatever it is?
Yeah, no, I agree. As far as the absence of that force, like the Children of the Corn thing was, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can.
Yeah.
You have to, if you're gonna bring that thing in like as a bigger bad guy, you have to explain.
Yeah. So it's probably so what was like what would you say is your biggest problem with this movie then?
Biggest problem?
Or he can't just pinpoint something. Just
well,
overall.
the biggest problem was, I mean, it kind of sounds like the whole movie, but why would he even
do all this stuff to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like, I was kind of like, okay, obviously it's stupid decisions. It was dumb and all that, but I was like, okay, I just went with it. Like, okay, we gotta go with it just to get this movie, right? Because if he doesn't, then there's no movie or whatever. For me, it was just like lackluster. Like at the end, like the final thing, because I didn't know what this movie was gonna be about. The final thing is this kid, like this 3-year-old kid, it doesn't even look that crazy. Like he could have, I don't know, he doesn't even look scary, and the kid's fucking annoying. It was just kind of lackluster, I guess. I mean, like, beginning of this movie, I didn't think the final showdown was gonna be like this kid, you know. Which, I mean, it would have been better if they would have made him a little bit more
like super
demonic, more had a little bit more strength and some more, you know.
Yeah.
Even though that would be all, to me, bullshit, anyways. Like.
Yeah.
But at
least
least
might be like over the top.
Yeah, at least give him a little bit, make him a little scarier. He seemed like a normal kid. I was just alive again, and you just gotta kill him again. Like, I don't know. Maybe he feels a little older, a little smarter or something. I don't know. It was just kind of like, eh. Well, and then he goes and does the same shit with his wife. It's just kind of like, come on, bro.
Straight stupid guy.
Yeah, that to me, I was like, really? But
well, Judd, I can see him killing him, right? Because he cut his Achilles, like, kind of hidden.
He was underneath the bed.
Yeah, like, that's how you'd have to. Like, actually, that's. I mean, he kind of right.
What if it was okay? What? Sorry to cut you off. What if there was this crazy twist, right? And Judd was like behind this, where he was kind of. What if there was a crazy twist where he was dead or something, like Sixth Sense style, right? And he's kind of controlling these kids or something, or he was just behind the kid because he makes him, or he gave him the idea, introduced him to the idea of burying them in this Indian burial ground that brings them back. He kind of is like in charge, and he's kind of like the guy that you have to kill. But then would that work for you? Or no,
because that's when you go into like the children in the corner of, okay, then but why was he doing it?
Yeah.
Like, was he just doing it just to do it, you know? But like no, but I was saying, like, the kid kind of killed everybody, like how he would kind of probably have to, right? Judd, he couldn't go heads up with. He kind of hid.
Yeah.
Cut his Achilles when he was like, you know.
Because Judd was the one who actually was down to kill this kid.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
He wasn't the parents that are like coming at him, loving, kind of hoping that.
And the mom, I guess I could see like her be like, you know, like, even if this is like a hallucination, I'm gonna just hug my kid one last time, you know. Where, you know, like,
oh yeah, because she doesn't know about all this shit.
Because she probably thinks like, you know, she's hallucinating or something.
But Lewis, you're saying is,
I mean, that one was like a little out of control. Because the Gage was killing him, probably how he probably should. Judd hidden, the mom played on her like emotions, right? Of like seeing her son again after he's straight dead. Lewis was harder to believe because he knows. I mean, he went straight prepared with syringes. He knows what's going on. And then like the kid tried to go like heads up with him.
Yeah,
like, which was like, that was kind of like out of character. Like, he should have
tried to play on
like what he would have done with Judd, right? He probably should have tried to hide, and then stab him in the back or something.
Yeah.
So like, Lewis was like the only unbelievable one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of when he jumped out the attic again. He should have just fucking waited for him to turn around and just jump down like that.
Yeah,
stab
him up
in the neck or something.
Yeah, because like you see your wife straight hanging. And you know your kid is killing people.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't, or wait until like Lewis is trying to climb up the stairs, and like slit his throat on a sneak tip or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
but like just straight jumping down and thinking you're gonna go 1-on-1 catch the fade. As a 3-year-old, I don't think that's working out good for you.
Yeah. Would you say the second one's better than this one, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I might give the second one a chance then. Maybe not a whole lot better, but better?
No. It's because it's different.
Okay. See, what you had told me about them coming back, but it takes some time to turn. I think I'd prefer that than just.
Is it?
Because then the people are more vulnerable, I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's. I mean, you already know like what Pet Seymatary is about now, but I don't want to.
Yeah, just.
It's more okay. It doesn't. It's not parents. Right. So in this one, the main protagonist is like the dad, right? It's like a full-grown adult. In Pet Seymatary 2,
it's the protagonist, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying the first one? Okay, I thought you were telling me the second one. I was like, "What? It's the same thing then?"
No, in Pet Seymatary 2, it's
John Connor.
They're kids. Well, not kids, but like I guess they're like high school teenagers. So so they're more vulnerable, I guess. Like they're not really making rational decisions to begin with because they're in that age. So it's more believable, I guess you would say.
Okay. I might. Maybe if we start doing sequels or something, I might bring that one up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like Pet Seymatary 2 a lot more than I like Pet Seymatary 1. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
But maybe. But the thing is because in Pet Seymatary 1, I mean, there's similarities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's. But there's kind of not. So you like the whole like Zelda idea, right?
I just thought that they did a good job of casting and doing her up to look fucking look kind of creepy.
I'm not gonna ruin anything.
Yeah, but that's what I thought. Like when I first saw her, because I was kind of chilling watching this, and then I seen Zelda, and it kind of like, oh, okay, kind of brought me back in. Like, who the fuck is this crazy looking bitch? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, oh, okay, they did, and then the way she would talk and all that. I just think that the casting was good and the acting was pretty good for that. I mean, I know it didn't really have much to do with the story, but I just thought the way she looked and all that shit was a little creepy.
Yeah. Pet Seymatary 2, I think is a lot better.
Okay, we'll keep that. I'm gonna start keeping the scores too. Just to.
What did I say? 76?
76. I put you down. Maybe I'll try to go back and listen to all the other ones, but yeah. So
yeah.
Well, have you thought of your next one or what?
Next one.
Next pick. Because I feel like we're gonna start cranking like at least 2.
Yeah.
So today's Monday. This will probably come out tomorrow or something. Within the next couple days.
Next couple days.
Either tomorrow or Wednesday, and we'll probably record again on.
Whenever, bro. Because sometimes I keep in a little backlog. Like how we recorded Killer Clowns kind of a while ago.
Oh, hey, I noticed that, right? I was like, hey, am I tripping? Or did we record? We recorded Horror Nights after Killer Clowns, right?
Yeah.
But Clowns came up. I mean, we dropped the Horror Nights episode.
Yeah, well, that was the little bonus one, right?
Yeah.
So I think I did that on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And then because we're supposed to do one Sunday and Thursday, right?
That was originally, but now we're just kind of doing them sometimes like Mondays.
You didn't come Sunday, so.
Uh-huh. So I thought Sunday. When was it that you said you were busy? Was it Saturday? So I don't know.
And so that's why I released Killer Clowns on
last night. Well, technically this morning.
Yeah, but for like the Sunday episode.
Oh, I get you. So you did that strategically?
Yeah. Right. So this might be coming out on Thursday.
I see what you're saying.
If we record like say tomorrow, that would be coming out on Sunday.
Yeah. I see what you're doing. Trying to keep some consistency.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Well, yeah. However,
straight little look behind the curtain or what?
Unless we do like a third one, then I guess. Anyways though, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna put it out two a week though.
Yeah.
Plus maybe possibly bonus.
Yeah, ones. If like something hot comes up, like Horror Nights.
Yeah. Or we just want to talk about something. So you still thinking about it?
Yeah.
You got any candidates? Maybe nothing you chose, but anything in mind.
Well, Return of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need to straight watch that.
You've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah. So. Thoroughly.
Yeah.
Just because it's a way different zombie movie, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're like they're like legit zombies, but they're, I guess, they have personalities, I guess. Some of them do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't get to know like every single zombie in I guess a zombie movie.
Yeah.
But like.
That's funny. Some personalities.
Yeah, like some. But yeah, so probably that or I was gonna say American Psycho, but that's like a legit movie.
You want to hold off on those? Huh?
Yeah, that might be like 31 Days of Halloween movie.
Yeah, mind you, I don't know if we said this already, but yeah, come October, we want to do like a lot of the big ones, and then also too, once we have more like hopefully listener subscribers or whatever reviews, we kind of
get little feedback.
Yeah, so that's why you're kind of, but then it's also cool to cover all these like 80s ones and cult ones and
yeah,
because I feel like there might not be as much of a platform for those movies anyways. Like if you go look up Nightmare on Elm Street or something, there's gonna be a shitload of videos on those.
Yeah,
so with these aren't really that covered as much, I guess.
Yeah
as much.
It's like a very niche not niche
niche
niche. Is it niche? Niche. Yeah. Is it niche?
I don't know. You're talking about N-I-C-H-E?
Yeah. Niche.
Okay.
Straight stop using words you can't pronounce.
Niche. Whatever.
Like a straight niche market.
Yeah.
Market, what am I? Not market.
Audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
That like really knows these movies.
Yeah. And mind you, for me, I'm watching a lot of these for the first time, which is cool too, because I get to kind of, I don't know, get that first.
Yeah, I mean,
first viewer response or whatever.
You've seen like all the like mainstream ones.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those, so that's why this is kind of cool. That watching these.
I mean, yeah, Pet Seymatary wouldn't be mainstream, right?
Yeah, probably at the time. Yeah, maybe. I'm saying for.
I think more people seen Pet Seymatary 2 than Pet Seymatary 1.
Yeah.
I felt that like that had a bigger budget. If you have John O'Connor.
Yeah, the homie. What's up with that, bro? Because we just watched Children of the Corn with Sarah Connor, and Pet Seymatary, and if you watch Pet Seymatary 2, what's going on with this Terminator next
actors?
We'll watch The Faculty with the homie T-1000.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, just let me know whatever you want to watch in there. So.
Yeah, probably. I'll say Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, like, what would I pick next week?
After Return of the Living Dead?
Yeah. And to see if, like, that would have been, like, a better pick for right now. But I don't even know what I would pick for next week.
Yeah.
Because I think I was picking Return of the Living Dead before Killer Clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think so, right? I was
just
debating with...
Yeah.
And it was either going, like, super ridiculous with Killer Clowns or, like, somewhat ridiculous. Like, still a little funny, but more horror, I guess, horror side.
It's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's more horror than comedy, but there's a lot of comedy in it.
We probably should have done those two in the same week, huh? Oh, but then that'd be both of your picks, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking we went from what? We were Black Christmas to Children of the Corn?
Oh,
no.
Both our picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, when Black Christmas, Children of the Corn,
Killer Clowns, Pet Seymatary, now Night of the Living Dead. Return. What is it? Night of the Living?
No, Return of the Living Dead.
I was watching Night of the Living Dead the other day. Just a little bit. It was on TV. The black and white one.
Yeah.
That show's pretty cool. Like, I'm thinking it came out back then. It's all black and white.
Yeah, like it works.
Yeah, because there's like they're more humans. Like same thing with Dawn of the Dead. They're more human looking.
Yeah, I think it works better. I think Night of the Living Dead works better than Dawn of the Dead, as in. I think it's easier to make them look like zombies compared to when it's color. Like in Dawn of the Dead, when they're kind of like bluish, like gray, and they're not really. Like you can see the like imperfections in the makeup, like all the coloring.
But if it was black and white, it's kind of harder to spot that out.
Yeah, you can probably just put like a bunch of powder on them, and you know they look straight dead. So you don't have to worry about that extra layer. It's like with CGI. Like you have to.
Yeah.
There's like an extra amount of polish you need to put on so it doesn't look like...
Yeah, that's probably my biggest pet peeve is when they do that CGI, it looks like shit. That's why I think I remember I had a homie who was telling me about The Mist. Like, oh, watch The Mist. I think it's Stephen King too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the new one or the old one?
Well, it's probably...
There's the Punisher?
It has like a lot of the people from Walking Dead in it. It's probably like within the last 10 years.
So, but the new one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I forgot the Punisher's name.
But then they the fucking CGI monsters in there. I was like, dude, this shit, it's balls. Like, they're trying to take it serious, so it's kind of like, hell no. Like I was watching, and I was like, nah, this shit's dead. I can't. A lot of people like it, or the ending. They always talk about the ending and all that shit.
Yeah, because the ending is straight.
I've seen the ending. Where dude fucking marks his family.
Yeah. And then he gets straight rescued. Yeah. Straight sucks, bro.
That's the worst.
Like, could you imagine, like, you're like, all right, dude, I want my family, or my son, and I don't think it was his wife. It was like, it kind of came out like, oh, that's gonna be like the couple that survives, I guess, out of it, like the man and the girl that survives.
You know what sucks? I'm thinking right now, what if people aren't like tuning in for
Pet Seymatary?
Yeah, we're totally it's totally ruining the ending for you guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you should know by now. If you hear that, just tune out.
But like, I mean,
super spoiler alert.
Yeah. But like, if you're like, you know what, I want them to go out like straight peacefully. I don't want them to straight get whatever by these monsters.
Yeah, get
like whatever they're doing,
mangled and shit.
Yeah,
slaughtered and all that.
Like I only have like 2 bullets or whatever left.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the straight death.
Yeah.
And then you straight kill them.
Being under the impression that what you hear coming is these monsters.
Yeah, you're straight out of hope.
Yeah.
Your car, I think, ran out of gas in the middle of the mist.
Yeah, they're like in the side of the road and shit, pretty much.
And you're like,
and he marks them in the car.
Yeah. Straight crying. And then you just see homies with flamethrowers and everything. Just
don't they like pull up like on tanks and stuff or something?
I think so. I think
that's what all the noise was and shit. It was like the rescue came like, and he thought it was the monsters, so he killed his family just to get rescued. If he wouldn't have done that, they would have just
everybody would have been surviving.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, as soon as I saw those fucking monsters, the CGI, it was over for me.
But yeah, so Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
and we're active again on the Instagram, the HellFire Club podcast. Starting to post again and stuff like that. So follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
So all right.
Like, subscribe,
comment, thumbs up.
Do anything.
Yeah. Follow us.
Yeah.
Leave comments, suggestions.
Any movies that we're forgetting?
Yeah, anything that you guys, recommend. Let us know.
All right.
Out. 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 Out.